Boo! There. You literally fell for the oldest trick in the book. I bet you feel stupid now. Anyways, I guess we're reading bad creepypastas, but specifically Roblox ones. No Players Online. This is actually not fake. No Players Online is actually a Roblox game. I remember playing this when, oh my gosh, the freaking Metaverse Champions. It keeps coming up in my videos, but it's so relevant to everything. Whenever I looked up Metaverse Champions or any game on there, this was the game that came up for no reason, and I don't know why. It freaked me out so much just because it wouldn't stop coming up for some reason. Hey, I am Xmain 2011, at least that's my Roblox name. Awesome avatar, soon to be YouTuber, and 1,628 Robux. This is a joke creepypasta, right? I was casually scrolling through Roblox when I saw the game No Players Online. It had 99 players. Oh, so it's clickbait. There are players online. Okay, well that solves that. So I took a look. It was a puzzle game where you'd be featured if you beat it. The latest winner is Nin Was Taken, but when this is formatted so awfully, it's so really hard to read. But when I took a look at the game, it had 108 players, not 99. Oh no! Not 9 people joining the game within the time span of clicking on it. That never happened. I began to think it was a glitch, so I looked back. It kept switching to 99. The description read, "Do not destroy the jukebox. It keeps her calm." I didn't understand why, but it was somewhat unnerving, and I had a glimpse in my mind of what it meant. How? And what happen if you did? Now, I didn't explore the game and left the web page, but the game kept appearing everywhere I looked. No, it does though. It's actually what happened to me. It's weird. It's so weird. Does this person exploit the Roblox algorithm or something? With the 99 glitch intact. How do you know if it's a glitch? Is it because it's called No Players Online? What if 9 people just left the game at that moment? You didn't like check more than once. It just went 99, 108, and then 99. That's not that big of a gap. People could leave and join the game within that time period. With the 99 glitch intact and the most unnerving image as the thumbnail. I mean, it's pretty unnerving. I wouldn't say it's the most unnerving. I mean, it's not view hazard worthy or anything. If you, like some strange dummy, would want to play it, check this out. And then he doesn't link to the game. I'm gonna have to record footage for that now. And soon to be YouTuber. That's me! I wrote this creepypasta, didn't I? Man, I didn't even remember it. It really is creepy. What about Javier of Roblox? Now that's scary. Of course, this page is a joke. Big shock. Oh my gosh, I can't even read this. Who designed this? This article, Javier of Roblox, is property of the one and only Mega Smile Zero. You must ask him if you'd like to edit this article. What should I do? I'll insert a paragraph. Haha, I edited this without your permission. And then we'll save that. Yo, I'm Javier. I'm some goofy exploiter who is friends with Whispern Daymare. People in these Roblox creepypastas always just mention the most random people ever and just expect us to know what it means. So this is actually pretty accurate to all of the real ones that exist. Okay, now I'm some random ex-hacker, I guess. Ellipses. Meh, and I whisper, got into a crappy fight, and then I don't know what happened. I have amnesia, but crossed out. I have some memory loss, lol. At this point, I think what happened was that I uploaded some face, and then I made a super crappy 3000. So now we are back, and I happily for eternity. Exclamation mark, comma, exclamation mark. Now I will be holding up free hacks for the views now. Why did this article of all things get saved? McCool Avatar. Okay, this is the crappy face. Band face. 999. That's basically how I feel about this. Okay, so this one guy called Flintsinsterl 23737283732372377 contact me and say that he fries nam to kif is a little weird. Also, I love. Oh, it's Bloxwatch documentation. Okay, I want some actually bad stories, not just stupid joke stories, which are nowhere near as funny. They just genuinely aren't. The only funny part of that story was just the fact that they mentioned some random person and expect you to know who it is. Now, you know that it's serious when it's formatted like this. Meep City is a creep city. Now, this is just actually true. It's just objectively correct. Weird. I was waiting for Meep City to load. Then when it loaded, I found someone named Meep. I said hi to the player. Then he responded hi to me again. So I ignored Meep. Lol. That's so funny. I'm laughing so hard right now. I was looking for oh dears. Literally no one uses that term anymore. I think it's so funny, especially considering that it's kind of really prevalent still. I guess people found it cringe. I don't know. It was kind of cringe how it was being used back then, but I mean, it's still not a good thing to do. To expose them on camera. Oh, so you're one of those old 2017 Roblox YouTubers? When was this made? 2018. So basically correct. So I was going to party, and then I noticed Meep started following me all around, even in my estate. It was so weird since I made my estate friends. Only he came in. I think the game glitched, so I said to Meep, "Stop following me! What do you want?" That's a normal reaction. So I left, then joined another server. He was gone, but then he joined me. He said he knows I was here, and then I said, "Stop! Go away!" And he didn't respond. By the way, this is not my pet Meep. I send it home. It was a player. It was so creepy. So I tried to ignore Meep, and I actually worked. Wow. First Roblox player to get a job right here. But then I got annoyed, so I said, "Can you please stop following me?" Then Meep responded, "No." That's a proper response. Then I was creeped out, so I go to the fishing place and I still see him following me. And I also found Bloxwatch. Then it was a creepy timing, and I was very, very scared. Then I quitted the game and watched TV when I played Meep City again. I was so happy Meep was gone, but then all I saw was Bloxwatch. I color red my account. There was iced underscore lemon. Then I came near it and I got IP banned and my laptop turned off. I was starting to get scared, so I properly shut down my laptop and then stopped playing Roblox for a while. Roblox, are you here? It was a long time ago. I guess you could say maybe a year ago. It all happened then. It was a stormy, bleak night, and I went to my computer to play Roblox. When I was looking at my places, there was one called "Are You Here?" I didn't remember naming it that, so I entered the game, and there was nothing, just a black screen, and the health GUI. I tried walking around. Suddenly, the black screen turned on, and right in front of me was a human head sitting on a gourd pedestal. I mean, what the frick does this word mean, actually? Like, is the pedestal gourd because it has gore on top of it? Or is it just the pedestal was gourd? Shapened with gore or gores. Okay, that is the stupidest word of all time, but it is actually grammatically correct in this case. I've learned something from this creepypasta, which I wasn't expecting. That's a positive. It was a human head. I doubt that. I'm pretty sure you mean a Robloxian head. It must have been a mesh. Okay. I don't know what else it would have been. A texture? I walked up to it and touched it. An eerie voice from my speakers. "R redum luid I." It was weird. and it was high-pitched. Oh, wait, never mind.
Redem Luid I.
I tried to turn off my computer, but it didn't respond. Why is that your immediate response? That's whatever happens when I get scared. I just immediately rush to the power button and slam that down. I banged on the screen. Okay, now you're just overreacting completely. You're just trying to break your computer now that you heard a creepy sound. All of a sudden, my head began to rot, oozing eyes and guts. So is your head like starting to melt, and then all of a sudden an intestinal tract just comes out of it in multiple eyes, like more than two, and end. Then the music Telemon Sword began to play. Oh my gosh, creepiest music of all time. Instead, low pitched and playing at a high rate. Then I turned off my computer and I began to turn it back on. So now it did respond. On my desktop, the background was a knife covered with ooze and being held by what somewhat looked like a skeleton Robloxian. See, now they got the correct terminology for a Roblox human. Robloxian. Duh. I decided I would have to post the problem on the internet. Specifically, a Creepypasta wiki, which is the greatest place to get answers from, by the way. I went back to "You are here," and I recorded the sound the head made. As I recorded the sound, I play it backwards. It made my eyes bulge. Well, didn't like your head already kind of melt and rot? Or was it your Roblox head? Either one is funny. It made me freak out. It sounded like "I will murder you." Now that's amazing. Roblox, your turn. Hey, you play Roblox? No. That game where you can pace around, fight with friends, and build. Ah, yes. What Roblox is really known for. Pacing around. My favorite game of all time was a game called Sword Fighting Tournament. I was a good sword fighter, and I often brawled with my favorite swords. The golden katana, no one could beat me. Even the ones who claimed to be the best in Roblox. As always, I would start the Roblox player up, then play Sword Fighting Tournament. However, that one day I saw the game that attacked my interests. It had 940 players playing it, and it was Russian. I translated it, and this is what came out. Your game. Okay? Having it be Russian was extremely necessary. I played it, and was brought into what seemed like a corroded metallic lobby. Players were running around and chatting things about what they were supposed to do. I didn't know either because there really wasn't anything there, just walls, and 940 people were playing this game, of course. On the spur of the moment, a pop-up message covered the entire screen. It read, "Your turn." The message finally disappeared, and I could finally see my virtual character. All of the players seemed to have been teleported into a 1930s sort of town. All of the buildings made of brick, but other than that, there really wasn't anything appealing to me. Okay? Well, so you stayed in this game of which there was just a bunch of walls in their lobby with nothing to do. And then when you finally get into the game, you're just bored out of your mind. Makes sense. I really hate all of these creepypasta protagonists. They're all either stupid or constantly bored out of their mind. While the other players were chatting away about something else, I went to explore. Okay, so they didn't do anything when they got into the game. They just started chatting, even though they were doing that previously. The brick building that was closest to me had an eerie feeling. It was almost as if it was right in front of me in real life. What does that even mean? What does that mean? I entered through the door and found the most grotesque looking Roblox corpse ever. It might have been created with computer graphics, but it looked too much like a real man. Gosh. They have the new 2025 graphics. Blood was constantly squirting out of curiosity. I marched to the right. The right had a large room with stairs, by stairs, I don't mean normal stairs. These stairs were all corroded and had the best graphics. Man, all of these like really creepy, horrific developers just always have all the time in the world to just spend a bunch of time and money into putting the best graphics alive. I mean, you could almost call it hyper realistic I had ever seen on a computer game. As I went down the stairs, I occasionally saw a long-haired woman who stared at me a couple of seconds, then abruptly disappeared. I finally reached the end of the stairs, and the room was lit up. All of the players who had teleported along with me were tied up. They weren't chatting anymore, even though they hadn't left. A pop-up message covered the screen again. This time it read, "You are the survivor." Wow, this was just one giant game of Flicker, wasn't it? The Roblox window automatically closed after that, leaving me wondering who would make such a weird game. Later that day, I saw the Fox channel. The news reporter said all 9 people were found dead in front of their computer monitor. The computer was running a game called Roblox. Is a likely shot to the head. So it's not that it was likely a shot to the head. It's the shot to the head was likely. Yet detectives do not know how the same bullet kind was lodged into each person at the exact time. I don't know. Coordinated murder? Originally uploaded 2012. Whoa! Now this is ahead of its time. Like, I didn't even have an account at that point. I was a guest when this person was making this story. Phantom Executioner. This is, funnily enough, the best story out of all of them, even though it's just gore equals horror. You know, I'm stopping it there. This video is going to be a ton of work to edit if I even freaking do what I'm planning to do. But I don't know. Boo! Aha. I got you again.